It began when the old world collapsed. In the smoke of the 2008 financial crash, an idea was born in the dark. Someone, without a face or a name, began their work in the shadows. January 3rd, 2009. Genesis. It wasn't just code, it was the foundation of a new reality. A reminder etched forever into the stone of the internet, of why we are here. Cypherpunks, outcasts, and visionaries. They dreamed of a world where privacy was currency. They knew privacy is not a gift. It is a right that must be seized by the force of mathematics. The financial system was a labyrinth designed to keep us blind. But they drew a map, a complex cryptographic route leading to the only exit. It wasn't magic, it was pure logic. A digital rain washing away the lies, algorithms that answer to no kings, and then, from the electrical chaos, it emerged. Digital gold, rare, tangible. First property in history that cannot be faked. The ledger, a great book, open to all yet ruled by no one. What is written here remains the truth until the end of time. They gave us the key, sovereignty. For the first time in history, you became your own bank. In basements and dark rooms, the network began to hum, decentralized, elusive, free. It grew where no one was watching. We watched its pulse. Every new block, a heartbeat of freedom. We reached for this light. It felt like the promise of a sovereign future. Just 9 pages. A declaration of independence from the state and the printing press. Peer-to-peer, no middlemen, just a spark of trust between two free minds. We thought we had escaped. We thought the system was blind, but we were wrong. Transparency is a double-edged sword, and a predatory shadow was already gathering. The eye began to watch. The same ledger that set us free became a trail of digital breadcrumbs. Every step we took left a glow in the dark, a path for the hunters to follow. They didn't need to break the code. They just needed to watch the flow. A microscope over every transaction. Slowly, the threads began to connect. A web of data spinning around every user, tying us to our digital ghost. The database grew. Miles of digital filing cabinets recording every choice, every trade, every secret. The mask of Satoshi began to slip, not to reveal a face, but to reveal a barcode. The lens narrowed. They weren't looking at the network anymore, they were looking at you. The spider web thickened. Cryptography was no longer a shield, it was a transparent cage. The open ledger was no longer a symbol of honesty. It was a list of targets. Every wallet, a mirror reflecting your identity to the watchers in the high towers. The map turned red. Global surveillance, total visibility, no place left to hide. The harvesters came for the data, feeding the machine with our digital footprints. The vault of secrets was pried open. The eyes of the state looked inside. Your wallet became a glass box. Every coin, a story told to the taxman. The net closed. The labyrinth didn't disappear, it just installed cameras. Then came the suits. They didn't come to destroy the revolution, they came to buy it. The new architects arrived, molding our digital gold into corporate blocks. They wrapped the dream in gray boxes. ETF, a safe way to play in their playground. The boardroom replaced the forum. The diamond of decentralization was chained to the table. The Wall Street bull charged through our digital fields, crushing the wild coins into predictable dust. Giant hands squeezed the life out of the asset. Volatility was tamed. Freedom was diluted. The skyscrapers turned into vacuums, sucking the wealth from the hands of the many into the vaults of the few. We were wrapped in ticker tape, not investors, but statistics in a high-speed game. The golden coin was placed in a beautiful green glowing cage of market charts. We traded our ledgers for receipts. We traded our keys for convenience. The corporate pulse began to beat. Aladdin woke up and it was hungry for every Satoshi. The stamp of the institution came down, hard, final. The gold dissolved. It became a sludge, flowing exactly where the managers directed it. The Shadow CEO watched from above. The network was no longer a web, it was a hierarchy. Centralized node took hold. Thousands of threads, all leading to one single pillar of power. The creator was gone, the manager had arrived. The final transformation began. The digital alchemy of the state. Gold melted into blue plastic, programmable, controllable, temporary. The money developed a mind of its own, a timer. Use it or lose it. The social credit gauge appeared. Your spending was no longer about balance, it was about behavior. Transaction denied. Not because you lacked the funds, but because you lacked the compliance. The central bank tower rose, casting a cold blue light over the silent city. The digital leash was tightened, a collar made of data leading back to the darkness. The mass was monitored, every face scanned, every identity verified, every thought indexed. The barcode was complete. You were no longer a citizen, you were an entry in the ledger. Cash vanished. The last physical tether to freedom dissolved into digital mist. The grid became a prison, a cage built of zeros and ones. The mastermind moved the pieces. We were pawns in a game we didn't know we were playing. Liberty itself began to expire. The statue melted, overwritten by the new code. The archive was sealed. The final drawer was closed. The world was compressed. All our dreams, all our coins crushed into a single lump of gray clay.